Mut, the divine mother, consort of Ammonius, and goddess of war. Mut, the ancient Egyptian goddess known as the divine mother, consort of Ammonius, and goddess of war, stands as a powerful and multifaceted figure in the pantheon of Egyptian deities. Her name, which means mother, reflects her primary role as a nurturing and protective force, while her association with Ammonius, the king of the gods, highlights her status as a queenly consort. Additionally, Mut's martial aspect as a goddess of war underscores her fierce and protective nature, making her a revered and complex deity in ancient Egyptian religious beliefs. This comprehensive exploration of Mut's mythology, symbolism, cultic practices, and historical significance aims to unravel the layers of her divine persona and shed light on her enduring influence within Egyptian spirituality. Origins and mythological context. The origins of Mut's worship can be traced back to the early dynastic period in ancient Egypt, where she was venerated as a local deity in the city of Thebes. As her cult expanded and gained prominence, Mut became closely associated with the powerful god Ammonius, forming a divine triad with their son Khonsu. The mythology surrounding Mut's origins often intertwines with narratives of creation, fertility, and divine lineage, emphasizing her role as a nurturing and life-giving force within the Egyptian cosmology. In mythological texts and inscriptions, Mut is often depicted as the daughter of the sun god Ra, or as a self-created deity embodying the primordial waters of Nun. Her emergence as a prominent goddess reflects the ancient Egyptians' reverence for motherhood, fertility, and the cyclical nature of life and death. As the consort of Ammonius, Mut's divine union symbolizes the harmony of cosmic forces and the balance between masculine and feminine energies within the Egyptian pantheon. Mut as the divine mother. Central to Mut's identity is her role as the divine mother, representing the epitome of maternal love, protection, and fertility. Depicted with a vulture headdress, symbolizing her nurturing and protective qualities, Mut was invoked by devotees seeking blessings for childbirth, family well-being, and the prosperity of their communities. Temples dedicated to Mut served as sacred spaces where rituals, offerings, and ceremonies were conducted to honor her divine presence and seek her benevolent guidance. One of the most revered aspects of Mut's maternal role was her association with motherhood and childbirth. Pregnant women and mothers prayed to Mut for a safe delivery and the health of their infants, believing in her ability to grant protection and blessings to newborns and their families. As a mother goddess, Mut embodied the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth, symbolizing the eternal renewal and continuity of existence within Egyptian religious beliefs. Consort of Ammonius. Mut's status as the consort of Ammonius elevated her to the position of a queenly goddess, symbolizing the divine union between cosmic forces and the unity of the Egyptian pantheon. Ammonius, the king of the gods and the supreme deity of Thebes, was revered as a powerful and benevolent god associated with creation, fertility, and kingship. The temples dedicated to Ammonius and Mut, such as the magnificent complex at Karnak, showcased their joint cult and the enduring influence of their divine partnership. The mythology surrounding Ammonius and Mut's relationship often emphasizes themes of love, harmony, and cosmic balance. As the divine couple, they represented the idealized union of male and female energies, with Ammonius' creative powers complementing Mut's nurturing and protective qualities. Devotees worshipped the Ammonius-Mut triad, seeking blessings for prosperity, fertility, and divine favor in all aspects of life. Goddess of war. Despite her nurturing and maternal aspects, Mut also possessed a formidable aspect as a goddess of war and protection. In times of conflict, she was invoked by soldiers, warriors, and rulers for strength, courage, and victory on the battlefield. Mut's martial prowess and protective abilities made her a revered deity among military personnel and those seeking divine intervention in times of war or political strife. Artistic representations of Mut as a warrior goddess often depict her in fierce battle attire, wielding weapons such as a spear or a bow, and accompanied by symbols of power and authority. Devotees believe that invoking Mut's name and seeking her divine protection would ensure success in warfare, the defense of territories, and the triumph over enemies. Her role as a goddess of war added depth to her character, showcasing the duality of peaceful motherhood and fierce protectiveness within the Egyptian pantheon. Cultic practices and rituals. The worship of Mut encompassed a range of cultic practices, rituals, and ceremonies conducted by priests, priestesses, and devotees throughout ancient Egypt. Temples dedicated to Mut served as sacred precincts where offerings, prayers, and rituals were performed to honor her divine presence and seek her blessings. Devotees brought offerings of food, incense, and precious items to the temples, believing that these gifts would please the goddess and ensure her favor. Festivals dedicated to Mut were celebrated with great pomp and ceremony, involving processions, music, dance, and theatrical performances depicting mythological narratives associated with the goddess. These festivals served as occasions for communal worship, feasting, and spiritual renewal, reinforcing the bonds between devotees and their divine patroness. Priests and priestesses played crucial roles in conducting rituals, interpreting omens, and maintaining the sanctity of Mut's temples and cultic practices. Symbolism and iconography. Mut's iconography reflected her diverse roles and attributes within Egyptian religious beliefs. She was often depicted as a lioness-headed or vulture-headed goddess, symbolizing her protective and nurturing nature. The vulture headdress, worn by Mut in many artistic representations, signified her association with motherhood, fertility, and divine protection. Additionally, Mut's depiction with the urea serpent, a symbol of kingship and divine authority, emphasized her status as a queenly consort and a powerful goddess in the Egyptian pantheon. Other symbols associated with Mut included the Ankh, an ancient Egyptian symbol of life and vitality, which emphasized her role as a giver of blessings and the sustainer of life. In temple reliefs and inscriptions, Mut was often portrayed alongside Ammonius and Khonsu, her divine family members, showcasing the interconnectedness of their cults and the importance of familial bonds within Egyptian religious beliefs. Legacy and influence. Mut's legacy endured beyond the ancient Egyptian civilization, influencing later religious traditions, mythological interpretations, and artistic representations. Her roles as a mother goddess, consort of a supreme deity, and warrior deity resonated with themes of fertility, love, power, and protection, transcending cultural boundaries and inspiring reverence in diverse contexts. The enduring popularity of Mut's cult and the widespread veneration of her divine attributes attest to her lasting impact on ancient Egyptian spirituality and religious practices. In subsequent periods of Egyptian history, Mut's cult continued to thrive, with temples dedicated to her being built and maintained by pharaohs, nobility, and commoners alike. The imagery and symbolism associated with Mut also influenced the development of religious iconography and artistic styles throughout the ancient world, leaving a lasting imprint on the visual culture of Egypt and neighboring civilizations. Conclusion. In conclusion, Mut's multifaceted identity as the Divine Mother, consort of Ammonius, and goddess of war exemplified the depth and complexity of ancient Egyptian religious beliefs. Her nurturing aspects brought solace and blessings to devotees, while her martial attributes instilled courage and protection in times of need. Through her myths, cultic practices, artistic representations, and enduring influence, Mut's divine presence left an indelible mark on Egyptian spirituality, embodying the eternal cycle of creation, sustenance, and divine protection within the pantheon of Egyptian deities. As we continue to explore and interpret the rich mythology and symbolism surrounding Mut, we gain a deeper appreciation for her role as a central figure in ancient Egyptian religion and a timeless embodiment of maternal love, divine partnership, and protective power. Mut's legacy lives on in the hearts and minds of those who continue to honor her as a beloved goddess and a symbol of enduring strength and resilience.